arguably the most famous person in history. Over 2 billion people claim to follow him. That's 1/3 of the world's population. He's represented in art and literature more than any other figure. Time magazine called him the most influential person who has ever lived. But who is Jesus?
Some would say he's a man like any other. A carpenter, a teacher, or more rightly, the Son of God. For Jesus holds many names. Let's look a little closer. One thing we do know, Jesus was fully human. He ate and drank, got tired, suffered pain, and had human emotions like all of us. He felt love, joy, sadness, and had similar human experiences of growing up in a family, of education, of having a job and being tempted. He experienced bereavement and suffering, torture, and even death. So let's look at what others think about Jesus.
Jesus came to reveal God's love and God's will to mankind. Let's look at the facts. The teachings were based on himself. He said, "Come to me, I am the bread of life." John 6:35. He also said, "Come to me who are burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. He also said, "If you receive me, you receive God. If you welcome me, you welcome God." Matthew 10:40. His teachings show that he came for everybody. He had love for the marginalized in the society. Luke 4:16-19. He also came to fulfill the law. He fulfilled the Old Testament prophecies from his birth to his death. And finally, he came to forgive our sins. He came to give his life so that people could be forgiven, and through his death, we are forgiven.
When I read the Gospels, I'm hit by how Jesus came to change, to challenge and inspire. In Matthew 5, he says, "Here's another old saying that deserves a second look. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Is that going to get us anywhere? Here's what I propose. Don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it." You're familiar with the old written law, love your friend, and its unwritten companion, hate your enemy. I'm challenging that. I'm telling you to love your enemies. Let them bring out the best in you, not the worst. When someone gives you a hard time, respond with the supple moves of prayer. In a word, what I'm saying is grow up. You're kingdom subjects, now live like it. Live out your God-created identity. Live generously and graciously toward others, the way God lives towards you. Jesus brought truth and life. He challenged what people were doing and thinking, and showed them a better way, exactly like he does today. When I read the Gospels, I want to be better. I want to love more, I want to do more. I want to take hold of more of what Jesus won for us on the cross. Not to try and earn God's love, but to be his hands and feet like Jesus to the people around me. And to fulfill the purposes God has for me and try and connect more people to him.
So what does that look like for us today? In John 10:10, Jesus says, "I came so everyone would have life and have it fully." That means we can live with the same power that raised Jesus from the dead working in our own lives. It means we can overcome things like temptation, fear, anger, anxiety, and live big lives not limited by anything. We can change and learn and grow and become more like Jesus through every experience we have in our lives. and it means we can have the strength to do the right thing, regardless of how many stand against us and what it costs.
So let's take on a challenge and make it count. Show your love for God by spending a little more time getting to know more about Him by reading the Gospel of John. Think of ways in which you can model the love Jesus had for the marginalised of society. And why not explore who Jesus is and why He came to give His life for you by taking a closer look at the Youth Alpha series with your close friends.